Welcome back, everybody, to Facetious episode 105, brought to you on Monday, January 15th, 2018, Dr. King Day, recorded at 6:03 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm one of your hosts, Larry, a.k.a. Bluemanrule, and I'm happy to be back in front of your eyeballs and your ears again. I am joined, as usual, by my main Damie. He is one of the blackest guys I know, and I just mean that in soul. None other than Mike, a.k.a. Scarfinger, a.k.a. Real Talk. What's up?
Well, you're trying to say my soul, but you're trying to say I'm evil?
I didn't say you feel with darkness.
No, you just said
your
my
soul is black.
You just said my soul is black.
So you're one of the blackest people, as in soul. So, but that's not your spirit. You're not walking around here like Goku Black from Dragon Ball Super. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about some Dragon Ball here later. But no, man. So, hey, man, are you enjoying Are you enjoying Martin Luther King Day?
I can't say that I am.
Okay.
Well, a lot of it is I spent most of the day following this Facebook thread from my cuz.
Okay.
My cuz got some stuff going on, and so I've been following this Facebook thread. I actually went. I got some more resumes printed because I am currently unemployed again. We can talk about that in a minute.
All right.
And I went back to the gym first time since June.
I know you sore now, dog. I know you ain't feeling the best.
Right. Like I came home, I sat down for a minute, I took a shower and stuff. And look, I just put on, that there's a song. I can't remember who sings the song, but it's a song where a lady is complaining. It's like, did I shave my legs for this? Like, I literally did. I just put on a shirt for this. Like, this is real. This is real. This is real right now. I'm sitting here in nothing else but this shirt and my drawers. I'm like, I don't even feel like putting on pants. That requires me to lift my legs. Like, no.
Like, no, that ain't going down.
We good. Like, we are so good on that.
Man.
Like, that's what it is right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did some. I rode the bike for a little bit.
Oh, good.
I rode the bike for a little bit. I got to build up that. Because I got to a point to where riding that bike was just easy. Like, I could put a half an hour on that thing and just go. Man, listen, I was like, all right, so I'm not gonna look at the time, because if I look at the time, then I'm gonna keep being, I'm gonna keep being focused on the wrong thing.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna look at the time. So I'm sitting there and I'm hoofing it. Like, I am.
Just going. And
then there was then on the screen it had Steve Harvey on the screen, and I went to look away from Steve Harvey because I'm like, even though I had my earbuds in, I was listening to music, and then by looking away from Steve, I ended up looking at the time, and I'm hoofing it, and like, it was like 4.5 minutes. I was like, bro.
That's hilarious, man. 4.5 minutes, just putting in work.
Minutes. But I kept it. I kept my rate up over 100.
That's good, man. That's rough.
The speed.
No, RPMs, revolutions per minute. Yes.
Yeah, RPMs. Kept my RPMs over 100 pretty much the whole time. It dropped in the high 90s a couple times because I would check my phone or something. But yeah, I kept it going and I got through it. I did a little bit of work on my arms, and I was done. And then I got the message when I was leaving to go pick up my resumes. So I went and did that before I came home. And then I went and I bought some drinks before I went to the gym because it's right there by the Walmart. And I was like, bro,
the Walmarts. Yeah.
I'm leaving these on the steps. Like, I can't carry all this shit up the stairs.
What? Like, you left the drink on the steps, dog?
They on the steps right now. But bro, I just can't. Like, I had to leave them on the steps. I still had some, but it's about to snow, so I went and got some in preparation for the snow.
There you go. Okay. All right. That's cool. Well, hey, man, I'm happy. I'm proud of you, man. Getting back in there, getting that work in. The soreness will pass. It'll pass, dog. But I recommend, because this is what I've been doing at the job. There's a couple of spin classes hosted by this one lady named Tracy, and it's Tuesday and Thursday, and that's when I actually get a chance to go work out on the job for like an hour a day. And so it's Tuesday, Thursday, Friday for me. And so I've been going and doing that. And man, that's been awesome, dog. I've been in there because she's been like, all right, turn resistance up to 60. And like, she's struggling. And I'm in there like, yeah, but I weigh more than you do. So I could turn it up to 60 and it won't be a problem for you, boy. So I'll be in there still keeping on beat, dog, just moving. So I'm people in class that can actually keep it up like that, man. But a lot of that comes from just having a single speed. Hey, what up, Chase?
Shout out to Chase, and also shout out to the homie Meef J, because Meef, this is that time of the year.
Yes,
but also,
absolutely.
he does the whole spin class thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he used to be an instructor in spin class, man. Like he used to hold it down, I think.
Yeah, he did that. So he did that so he can get his membership for free.
I see you, Meef. I see you. But no, it's great. It's great though, man. So I highly recommend once you get there, dog. Once you get to a level where you feel like you're doing it really good, you get 30 minutes really solid, man. Jump into spin class. It's only like 15 extra minutes. But it's more fun because they get music and you get to jam out to your music, and it's pretty cool, man. I think you'll like it a lot. And it's not as completely intense as you do it.
They don't do classes at Planet Fitness.
Oh,
there's another place. There's another place around the corner that does classes. They do yoga and all that other stuff. But Planet Fitness does not do classes like that.
Okay.
The only classes that they offer is like these classes to show you how to use the machines. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that, right? You're talking about dude.
if I really get into it and I really get back in it, depending on what my work situation ends up being, I might end up doing the whole. I might end up doing the whole thing where where I go to the other place instead of Planet Fitness to do classes and stuff like that.
Okay.
But the problem is, look, here's the problem.
Okay.
A lot of those classes, it's for people who got jobs and stuff. And them jobs early, dog, like early. Man, I was sitting down last night, and I, after everything, and I was watching my normal Sunday night YouTube stream. Shout out to the Rogers Bros. They do reactions to band videos, and they do a live stream every Sunday for like 3-4 hours sometimes. And the chat be live and all that kind of stuff. So I watched that, and it was done probably about 12:30. And then I was just kind of messing around for a few minutes, and I was like, I'm gonna play some RimWorld. So I started playing some RimWorld, and I was listening to podcasts, and I wasn't paying attention to the time at all. So after a while, I got to a point to where it's like some stuff happened, and I was like, okay, I really got to do this, and then I guess I'm going to bed. And while I was working on that, my girl comes in here and was like, "You all right?"
He on The View. Chase said, Scar, your room looks oddly professional. He says, it look like you on The View, but you calling in right now.
Really? That's how you do it? That's how you do it? But anyway, I ain't studying you, Chase. As my grandma would say, I ain't studying you.
I ain't studying you.
But let me move up closer so you can't see the room. You still can see it. Never mind. So and she came in and was like, "You all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just sitting there playing the game." And she was like, "You do know what time it is?" It's like, "You do know what time it is, right?" And I was like, "No, actually." She was like, "It's 4:30." I'm like, like I sat there playing that job at like 4:30, and I ain't even start like something new. It was just, I was just out there. And I was, I was having fun. We never did our games of the year.
We never did our games of the year. We can get into that. We'll get into that after we do a couple of things. After I want to talk about my experience that I had on Friday evening. But we'll get into that. Games of the year. Chase also said if Meef made a stew, he could call it Meef Stew. Meef, my man, I never met. I agree. Let's see.
I would not call it Meef Stew because of what Meef actually stands for.
Oh yeah. that'd probably be a bad thing, right?
That's a bad idea.
That's a bad idea. You're right.
If you know what MEEF actually stands for, like MEEF was a substitute for cussing.
Right.
So like you could be calling your stew something kind of heinous, and then you're gonna put that in your mouth.
Hey, just saying, right? All right, so Mike. Okay, so I don't know, how often do you go out with coworkers? Not often, right?
Not very often. I used to more often when I was with my my previous job. We would go out to eat and stuff like that. But we would go to like a restaurant and stuff and just kind of chill out.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Meef, you say you recommend Gravity Rush. I actually have the first Gravity Rush on this. Sorry, Meef. Chase, because he brought up the Meef thing. Got me thinking Meef now. But no, I actually have the first Gravity Rush on PS4 on disc right down there. I don't have the second one, but I do have the first one, and I enjoy it. So that's a good call, though. I do enjoy that game. I'm just waiting to get my PS4 back because my son is still breaking through everything. He's ran through all the Uncharted now.
Yeah, I was like, Blue's on Uncharted right now. I was like, is that Blue?
No. So I told him, I'm like, all right, before you start The Last of Us Remastered, I'm going to need you to create your own ID. So he created his own PSN ID. So he's playing Last of Us Remastered now because he never got around to playing The Last of Us the first time through. So
I couldn't get mine to work when I tried to play the second time. I mean, anybody who listens to the show knows my problems with The Last of Us. That first 20 minutes is really hard.
It's rough.
It's really hard, especially if you got a little girl.
Right.
That I did that first 20 minutes and that drove me to drink. I tried to play it a little bit past then and I just couldn't. So I sent it back. Then I got it back for the PS4 from Gamefly and it wouldn't start.
Yeah. So now we have it thanks to you. We're playing it digitally on PS4. So we got that bad boy. We're knocking it out. Say you got to go to work. You got to go to work, not make friends. That ends in disasters. They mess up. You can be like, they ain't my people. You're right. You can keep him at arm's length.
Heathen said he's off on Mondays now.
Oh, cool, man. That's what's up. Man. Yeah, I understand that, man. I understand that. But me, I'm more of a gregarious guy. So Scar saw when I was there. You know what I mean? Like first we kicked it and hung. It was a small group, and then the group just got bigger. You know what I mean? So it just continued to get bigger. But that's kind of how I am. So
I still want to go back and get some of that lasagna, dog.
Dog, you need some. Hey,
I ain't been back.
You need to get back. You need to get back to Vincenzo's. If anybody's out there in Richmond, Vincenzo's for real. Get there. For real. It's for real. That's legit. Do
that.
Just make sure you take your Lactaid, at least 4 tablets, and you good to go.
Oh. That's a lot of cheese, though.
It is a lot of cheese.
That's a lot of cheese, bro.
It is a lot of cheese, dog. I'm sorry. So, but what we did on Friday, but I told you I'm in a program, right? And I've been working with the government about 18 months. And I'm getting ready to rotate. Next week is my last week at my first position's office. I'm going to a completely different building, doing completely different stuff. It's still contracting, but it's other stuff, right? However, so because of that, a lot of the interns who I came to know they were like, hey man, let's just go out. We're going out one more time on Friday, but it's just to a brewery, right? To a brewery, and we chilling. But this time they want to go clubbing. So I'm like, all right, where are we going? Cowboys. Okay. So we go to a country joint called Cowboys, right? But here's the thing. So it doesn't play just country. So from 9 to 10, they serve quarter beers, domestics, right? So quarter beer, right? And then 9 to 10 is when they're also teaching people how to line dance. So they're literally yelling out instructions during music and stuff, right? To tell people, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like it's cool. It's cool.
So, no, bro. If you got to yell out instructions, if somebody's actively yelling out instructions, that's not a line dance. That's square dance.
Right. So they square dancing at this moment, right? So they doing this the whole time. They doing this from 9 to 10, but after 10, it breaks down to regular club music. However, there's one thing. Have you ever been in a club? I can say that I have now, where they have live bull riding intermissions.
No, I have not. There's a club. There's a club called PBR in Hampton that does have a bull.
Bro, they had two different ones. So they had one that was basically like a cow, because it had the horn saw down, and then the second one was a regular bull, and then the third one, well, the second one was a brown bull, the third one was a black bull. So they had three different animals out there, and
was it because there were 3 different levels?
No, they were just all in the same location, but yes, it was 3 different levels of expertise in riding. Yes.
Please don't tell me you got on one of them things.
Oh no, dog. I grew up on a farm. Right? Ain't no need me. I left the farm, so I'd never had to get on another one again in my life. Come on, son. Like, these were legit real bulls. They had a mechanical bull that people were like, come ride with. I'm like, nah, B, I'm good. So
you're talking about actual real
animals. Bulls. Yes, real bulls.
No, I thought you meant like the mechanical bull. No, I don't know. That's some country. That's country. we got a real ass bull.
Real bulls
up in the club.
Yes,
up in the club. We got a couple. We have 3
in this dancer.
Real. yeah, for real. The hateration, coweration, all up in the dancery.
It's how it was, dog. They legitimately had cows. So this is how it works. So
that's you have country stuff, dog. Like,
ain't it? So if you're looking at it, they on this side, it's the dance floor, right? It's over here, and then over here, a little raised up. Hey, what's up, Detroit? It's a little raised up. It's like the bull pins and stuff with the iron bars, like the iron, like an octagon or like a hexagon or whatever. And it is locked in, and it goes up really, really high. So it's elevated and it's locked in. But it's real bull out there, dog. It's a real bull out there. So yeah, man, it was craziness, dog. So
because if I'm the black bull in there and y'all mostly play country music, I got all kinds of problems with this.
Man, it was crazy.
Every time my girl goes to take a shower and stuff like that, and she puts on her speaker and be listening to that country music, it's always at least one.
Just at least what?
At least one. Because it's not just his country music, but it's the same country music. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I really like this song. I'm like, but it's the same thing. You got Google Music. I added you to my family plan. You can listen to anything you want, and you listen to the same songs over and over again. What is we gonna do?
Right. No, it's hilarious though, man. So let me tell you. So here's the second thing. Have you ever seen a lot of drunk people? Well, a lot of drunk people, not of our particular skin tone, try to get out there and do the wobble. Quite hilarious.
Oh yes. No. You know something
hilarious.
You know something that I learned.
What's that?
You know something that I learned. Drunk and carefree white people are the best people to party.
Oh, absolutely. I completely
don't drink with them.
And that's the thing. See, I drank quite a bit. So here's the thing. I got to ride home. I was like, nope, we're going to be responsible tonight. I got to ride home. I was good. However, I was cracking jokes all the way on the way back because that's what I do. Mm-hmm. But no, man, it was quite entertaining, Mike. I mean,
it's really dope. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, because I never, like when me and my girl got together, like, she goes to see like live bands play. There's a lot of outside venues where around like Newport News and Hampton where they have live bands come play. And when the bands take intermissions, they play the line dances and stuff like that. There's 2 things that I learned. There is nothing better than watching white people drunk trying to do line dances and can't. Second thing.
All right, word up.
When you get out there and you instantly become a rock star. There's times when I was out there and a certain thing would come on, like the biker shuffle. Like, not too many people know how to do the biker shuffle. And
I'm not sure
there are certain people who knew me from being out there with them, that if the Biker Shuffle came on, they would come and find me, and they will all stand around me and try to figure out how to do it. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's complicated. But I learned how to do it on YouTube because my girl's sister told me she wanted me to learn how to do it so I could teach her.
All right,
I learned how to do it on YouTube. But yeah, it's amazing. I loved doing the line dances and stuff like that with white people, like way more than black people, because black people be doing extra stuff and trying to make themselves look better, and of course trying to make themselves look better than you. But because I've dealt with that whole life, yeah, that's me too. But because I've dealt with that my whole life,
right?
And dealing with like my with my family and all that kind of stuff. Every time we do get together and there's some music playing and stuff like that, we out there.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like for my wedding, even though there's a lot of stuff that I regret right now, because of what happened with my wedding. The one thing I will never regret is the extra money that I spent on that DJ, because we had a ball.
Yeah, man. Yep. That's what's up. Yeah, I got hooked up too. I can't remember. I think one of my frat brothers here, he hooked me up with one of his friends who DJs. He was like, man, just tell him you my friend, and I recommended you, and he gave me a solid deal, and he DJ'd his tail off, man. So it was greatness. But yeah, man. So that was quite an experience. But you know what, man? So here's the thing, right? So shout outs to anyone who's listening. So shout outs to Joni, because she was more like the queen mother of the whole thing, right? Like she set up, she helped organize, and she was honestly out there sober 100% of the time. Was like, all right, y'all, I need to make sure everybody okay, everybody's doing good. But we had a couple of people who were just a little bit too tipsy, and you had to watch them because they were out there, and I told them, I'm like, look, you can't be out here looking like you're drunk because you're making yourself look like bait. Right. Yeah. And I'm like, look, like Philip. No, not Philip. Felicia. Phillip. I'm like, look. like look, like, all right, I know one of you is married. I know another one of you in a very long-term relationship. I'm like, look, I'm gonna need y'all to not make yourselves a target. Okay. I'm gonna need y'all.
You can't be out there at a little work get together trying to risk it all and risking your whole life. You can't risk it all at the work function, bro. Like, no. You can't do that.
I say all that to say this, Mike. I hate playing defense. I'm out here playing defense, dog. I am out here literally just occupying the dance floor, making it awkward for dudes to try to come up and talk to them. I'm dancing to songs I don't even know, music I don't even like. Like, I'm out here playing defense. I'm out here playing defense.
I don't think I've ever played defense, but there's been times when, like, right when the songs start and you know the people, that's my song, people, and you go, remember, you got a wife.
Yes.
You got kids. Like, look at me. Look. I know your eyes are halfway closed right now.
Right.
But okay,
I'm gonna need you to recite this after me. like I'm telling you, man, I was out there playing defense, dog. It was nuts. Like, we had a good time. Thankfully,
hold up your left hand. You see that bling? That's because you belong to somebody else right now.
Right.
And they're not here, but you are, right. And you belong to them.
And I was like, and then one of them they just walked out there like, where the other one go? I'm like, man, can y'all go find the other one, please? Because
so it's basically like dealing with drunk toddlers.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, toddlers act like drunk people anyway.
Right. You absolutely right. But no, it was a lot of corralling, and it was a lot of, okay, I'm gonna need you to not lay your head down on this dirty table, right? Because, like, we don't need that. You don't know what it's being. You're gonna get tetanus or scabies. Like, don't nobody know what causes scabies. But if I guarantee you bring up scabies, they could be like, you know what, you right. Like, what causes scabies? I have no idea. I've heard of scabies. I've heard of it. I don't know, but
I don't know about it.
So I'm telling you, man, out here playing defense, dog, in the club while man, and here's the thing. I want to give a shout out to my dude Leonard. Like he was there. He's been in the office about 4 months now or whatnot. Cool guy. But I didn't know how cool he was, man. Like he is mad cool. I think he has spent he's about 40. I think he has spent more of his adult life around black people than I have, and he's not even black. Like like he's one of those people who just keep it real.
I now christen the Lenny Blaze. My man Lenny Blaze.
Lenny Blaze.
Shout out to Lenny Blaze.
Lenny Blaze.
Shout out to Lenny Blaze.
Hey man, he's cooler than a fan, dog. And the thing is, he kept bringing me drinks, and then I would buy him a drink, and then other people, I would go up there, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get y'all, and I try to pay somebody else back for a drink, and they get me another drink. So I don't know, man. I had a lot, Scar, and you know my limit isn't very high as well, right?
Oh no, my limit is very low.
Right.
You give me a wine cooler as soon as that thing done, I'm like, woo! So it's completely different. Like I was leaning off of that beer.
Right. And here's the thing, Mike. So here's the thing. In Oklahoma, we have 3.2 beer. And so the quarter beer was 3.2 beer, which is 3.2% alcohol. And it literally had the same effect as water. I think I had 4 of those. And you know, I'm not even a drip picker, right? It just went down. And then, man, I can't remember. I had 2 Long Island iced teas, a whiskey sour, an amaretto sour, a Midori shot, and a
next time you have a whiskey sour, have them add some grenadine to it. Like grenadine don't sound like it's any good. Like what's a grenadine? Do a whiskey sour grenadine. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, like, man,
that's off the chain.
But I'm gonna tell you, have you ever had a shot that tastes like Children's Diamond Tap? Let me introduce you to Midori, a Japanese green drink. Tastes exactly like, and
also
that purple.
Also a very popular ex porn star that Kid Rock used to date.
Oh, see, I didn't know nothing about that. However, I'm just going to
and she black, and now that makes all of the stuff with Kid Rock and his like anti-black people stuff that he's been talking about lately. Kind of weird because you used to date
little questionable, yeah.
And you got a half and half son. I don't know if you still claim him, dog, but
yeah. Now, speaking about like parties and stuff, your man Slasher says, "Hey man, I can go to any party and get down with any music played and have a good time with anybody at any time." That's how I roll. Look, that's how I am too.
Yeah, they were talking about music and then, talking about country music and stuff in the chat.
Yeah. And so it's funny though, man, because a lot of people that I talk to that here in Oklahoma who's particularly like country, they don't like a lot of the pop country either. They think that that's watered down. So I'm like, how do you tell the difference? But I'm
gonna tell you, there is a difference. If you listen to country music, because here's what I did. One day, we were driving somewhere decently long distance, and okay. I was playing my music, and my girl was like, all right, I'm gonna get you back, I'm gonna play my music. So she put it on a country music station when we was on our way back, and I was listening to country music. A lot of it was modern country, and I kept saying, why does country music like Chris Brown so much? Because almost all of those modern country songs, they sounded like they could be Chris Brown songs.
What sung real high with no bass?
No, it's just like the way the song is constructed.
Oh
like
yeah.
If you take out the banjo and the slide guitar and the steel guitar, and you put in just some like semi-electronic music, it sounds like a Chris Brown song. And then there was one where it was like some ballad. And I was like, I would have liked this so much better if it was sung in, by Brian McKnight, which someone sounds like they were going for.
Right. Yeah, man. Now that's crazy, man. And here's the thing. I was cracking jokes on on Chris Brown the other day because somebody had some music playing and they were like, what's that playing? I'm like, I don't know, man. It's really, really high and doesn't have a lot of bass in their voice. I said it could be Chris Brown. And then I thought about it, and then I was like, or it could be a female. I'm like, which leaves the option that it could probably still be Chris Brown. So But
yeah, the early Chris Brown stuff, he sounds like a little kid.
Man,
like, I mean,
yeah.
he was 16 when he first came out.
You
but
forget
he
that
sounds like
sometimes. You forget that sometimes. You forget that he was so young when he started singing and stuff, man. So it's just really interesting. Sorry, man, if I if I cough or I clear my throat a lot, I'm actually, I think I'm getting kind of sick or whatnot. So
yeah, I'm on the other side of mine.
So yeah, I'm trying to get through that, man. Let's see. If you sleep, that's old ass country. If you up and dancing and moving, smiling, that's pop country. LOL from Slasher.
It's all black music. Y'all stole it.
Did they really?
Yes, absolutely.
Reappropriate.
There is no American music that is not an evolution.
Does not have an influence, but I mean, but that's kind of how music is. Music is continually evolving.
We did that.
We did
that's
a lot.
The reason why all this stuff sound like Chris Brown right now.
Silly. You silly, man. You silly. So, all right. I want to get off of Chris Brown. I want to get on to a topic that you and I might find interesting, Mike, because I think we both will. Okay, so 31 minutes in here, man. So, both you are using an old Huawei phone that I have, and I just bought a new Huawei phone, right? And so Huawei is a Chinese manufacturer.
And I'm looking forward to one day buying the phone that you just got.
Right. And so Huawei is a Chinese manufacturer, and Huawei, and they, a long time ago, a few years ago, they were banned from operating and like being sold directly in the U.S. Because they were accused via some intelligence committees from like a national security agencies and things like that, that they were selling their information to the Chinese government, right? So that's what they said, and they were going to announce a deal with AT&T this week, but AT&T pulled out because they were going to be this was going to be their first phone to be offered through retailers, right? So, however, that has been pulled away, and the reason that happened because a U.S. panel, a House Intelligence Committee, said that they were concerned about. They concluded that Huawei Technologies and ZTE were a national security threat because of their attempts to extract information. Sensitive information from American companies and their loyalties to the Chinese government.
My last phone was a CTE.
Right. So that's what they were saying. However, my question, okay, so what makes me skeptical is that there are a lot of other manufacturers as well, but they pinpointed these two. So, and now the thing is, it'd be different if Huawei wasn't as big as it is in like Europe and Australia. They are huge in other markets.
Shout out to Mark in the chat.
Oh, shout out to Mark. What's going on, man? What's happening, play? I see you in there. So it's amazing to think that they're isolating that way. And then I start looking at other companies, which may even be Japanese, may not even be Chinese, but start looking at Samsung and then OnePlus, even though it's like here, I can't remember if the founder is, I can't remember if he's Chinese or Japanese. I've seen his face, but yeah, man. So you start thinking about all these other companies. Why just these two companies in particular? So, man, it just brings me something to worry about. And this article is linked to it's in the New York Times, and it says those concerns are most accurate about Huawei and ZTE because of the close ties to the Chinese government, which the committee has said has heavily subsidized the companies. So because they received a lot of money from the Chinese government to operate.
Wait. The assumption. Isn't this country heavily subsidized by the Chinese?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. We shall continue. Allowing the Chinese companies to do business in the United States, the report said, will give the Chinese government the ability to easily intercept communications and could allow it to start online attacks on critical infrastructure like dams and power grids. Wouldn't that just devalue their investment?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
I think it's just it's the typical xenophobia paranoia.
That's what I thought
of our current administration, and it's just how the current administration gets down. Because I mean, if you believe that these two companies are possibly doing all of this, then really, you shouldn't be on Facebook,
right? Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you know, like, because the whole point of Facebook and why it's free is because they sell your information to advertisers to sell you stuff. Like, this is what they all do. This is why the stuff is so cheap. It's so cheap, and some of these social media sites are free because that's what they want to do. They take the data and they sell it to people who want to sell you stuff. And they try to sell you stuff. This is the reason why all of this stuff is as cheap or as free as it is. And there's no reason to go after just these specific companies and say these people are the ones that are wrong. No, they all wrong. And like, and what, you know, and I don't trust Apple either.
Right, and that's the thing, because this is what I mean.
Like, if you work, no, we gonna do this. We gonna do this.
Okay.
If you're worried about just these two people, like, don't Apple have all of their stuff made over there?
They do. Like, all of their stuff is assembled over there, and it also brought me to this point regarding Apple, Mike. The point that it brought me to was, okay, so and they said specifically that they've banned government employees from using Chinese phones for official work use, right? So my thing is, though, okay, so what alternatives does that so that leaves a few alternatives, right? That leaves some Japanese manufacturers, and then that leaves Apple. And I'm thinking, you got the Samsungs and the Apples, both of which are like $800 phones. So okay, so when you're looking at a country that has a deficit the size of ours, and we're buying these phones for our employees, how much do you think that's going to contribute? Like, how expensive do you think that's going to get? Right?
Yeah, I get it. If you're paranoid or you're xenophobic about all of this, I get it. Though, you know, government phones, like, we still stay with BlackBerry. Like, I get it. Like, I totally get it. Like, if that's how you feel about it, that's cool. But don't mess up my $200 phone.
Right, exactly. And
I don't want to spend $1,000 on an iPhone X. Like, yo, this phone right here is perfectly fine for everything that I need to do. And I don't need to do much else outside of what this phone can do. This phone is $200. You're trying to tell me that you're trying to get rid of this phone because you said it may have ties to the Chinese government, but we don't know what kind of ties Apple has.
You're right, man. And
they want to charge me a G for a phone.
And it's not even that. I mean, thankfully, we have open marketplaces. I ordered mine directly from Honor, from Huawei themselves. Or, you know, Honor's their subsidiary brand, right? So I ordered it directly from there. But the phone actually just got put on Amazon. So you can actually go out to Amazon and order the thing.
Okay, but when I was looking, it wasn't on Amazon yet.
Yeah, when they made this announcement about the not being able to be sold and the deal fell through with AT&T, they just said, okay, that's cool. We'll just go to Amazon because, you know, you can get the other ones off Amazon.
Oh, let me tell you about Amazon. Bro.
Are we getting into Amazon now? Oh, hold on. Before we do that.
No, we're not. No. We're going to talk about shipping. I am so spoiled by Amazon that
you're right.
I made a huge mistake. Okay. So I ordered some juice for the vape, right? And because I'm so spoiled by Amazon, I was just like, you know what? Give me the free shipping. I ain't worried about I ain't about to pay no extra for no shipping. Like, I was real, like, defiant about it. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't about to do this. And my order was placed on the 2nd.
Uh-huh.
And it's supposed to come in tomorrow because I chose the free shipping.
Right. It's like 6 days, man. It takes long.
My order was placed on the 2nd.
Oh, that's 2 weeks.
It's coming in on the 16th.
That's 2 weeks, B. Nah, I'm good on that.
Man. I'm spoiled. Like, if I go to Amazon and I don't see that Prime logo, I might not even buy it.
Well, here's the thing, man. If you can't wait on stuff, you get $5 to $6 in your pantry every single time you wait on some shipping. $5-6 free. No,
I'm impatient. Like, they made me impatient.
You're right. I can see that.
I mean, with most products, I can spend like $4 and I can get it one day. Like, I put the $4 on it. Like, if I need it right now If I feel like I need it right now, I'll put the 4 on it. Most of the time I do the 2 days because that's free when I pay my little monies and such.
Right.
But like, bro, I'm spoiled and I can't do this no more. I'm gonna have to pay for the shipping next time because I can't do this no more. Like luckily I placed orders in 2 different companies. The other one I had already paid for the shipping because they don't do free shipping. So I paid for the shipping. I've been had that stuff. Most of that stuff is halfway gone anyway. But yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
That's rough. That's rough, man. But I don't know, man. I am equally spoiled when it comes down to Prime. I really value those features. However, like if I don't need immediately, bro, I just go ahead and throw it in there. Like if I'm buying spare filters for the house, like air filters or whatever, man, I can just wait on it because I'm gonna buy when I'm down to like one left to each. So I'll just buy and just wait, and it'll be fine by the time it gets good.
You got to deal with different size filters.
Yeah. 3 different filters, sizes. So it's not fun, but it's all good. It's all good, man. Now Mark says, if you can't see the product, you're the product.
Indeed.
Not necessarily.
When it comes to social media, that is indeed the case.
Not necessarily, because what do you say about services? Like, what do you say about people, professional consultants? What do you say about people who provide other services? You know what I mean? Like resume preparation and things like that. What do you say about
but you are the product in that.
Well, no, their expertise is the product being sold.
True.
So,
but that's a product you can see, right?
Well, you can't necessarily see expertise. Neither can you see, I guess neither can you see advice. I guess you can't really see some of those things, but I guess it's something that might be applicable for sure. Maybe you can see the results of its application, but you won't be able to necessarily see that.
And you can kind of, before you jump in with one of those, you can see like what they've done prior.
Right. Yeah.
You can see the fruits of their work in order for you to decide whether their work is going to be worth it for you.
Exactly. Yes, you can look. Yeah, exactly. All right, Mike. Well, let's get into before we get into our games of the year, he said Mark says just within regard to social media, expertise has tangible results. It does. Well, I don't think it has tangible results. I think it can be executed in such a manner that it becomes realized. It can produce realized results, right? I don't know if it could be tangible, right? Not necessarily all the time, because what if your expertise is in providing a service? So instead of creating a product. So but I don't know. I'm making it semantic, I guess. That's just me. Just because in the world I work in contracting, you're either contracting one of 2 things. You're contracting for people for a service, for a product, or for someone to perform a service.
And you're a marketing guy, so
yeah. So it's a semantic argument, but I see where you're coming from, Mark. It is a good argument nonetheless. But before we can get out to our games of the year, he said for real. Mike said for real. That face. Oh man. He said like fellatio, and then just gave the face. So word. Mike say word. All right. So man, let me say what I've been into before we get into our games. And hey man, Dragon Ball Super. Let me just call it. I am caught up to episode 123. New episodes come out every Saturday on Funimation for free. And man, it is so good. It's so good. It's so awesome seeing a lot of these characters.
What do you do for Funimation? Do you have to pay them?
Zero, son. Zero. Just go out to the site. I tried to download the app on the Xbox One. I think you have to have an online account before you can even access the app on the Xbox One. But if you use Microsoft Edge browser and just type in like Dragon Space Ball Space Super, and then the episode number, and then Funimation, it'll take you to the first link. And then after that, man, you could just blow it up and watch next episode is greatness. So man, it's really, really cool. I wish I could talk about it, but I would give away so much. All I'm going to say is that they go so far in this particular anime to bring back the martial arts tournament, but it's not what you consider like, and that's original Dragon Ball, right? So it's different. It's on a different level, and
it's on like a Mortal Kombat type level, right?
Yeah, it's greatness, man. It really is. I think I think if anyone is a fan of Dragon Ball, they're going to appreciate many things done in here, and I quite enjoy it. Like I said, I finally got caught up. That's all I've been doing, because believe it or not, for the next 2 weeks, man, we're doing a fast at the church, and I am not playing any video games for 2 weeks. Like, I had the opportunity to play today many times, and so I won't be playing. And even though I got a game to review end of this month, I'm just gonna fast. I may have to play that though. I may have to fast just a week on games, but because I need to get that review done. But Mark bogus. But look, man, if you like Dragon Ball, I highly recommend it. It's really enjoyable. It's really cool stuff, man. So all right, that's it, Mike. Let's get into this. Let's get into this games of the year, man. Let's get into this.
No, I ain't never tell them why I'm unemployed.
Oh, okay. Let's get into your unemployment situation.
So I got a new job. It was a job. They were the first people to call me back. Really, the only people to call me back when I was really searching hard. I got there and I worked there for just less than a week, and I realized it just wasn't for me. I think everybody knew it, but I was gonna stay for another reason, and then something stupid happened, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and wrap this up, B. Like, yeah, so I was like, the thing that happened was like the worst thing ever. It was like they treated it like it was the worst thing ever when I had a valid excuse. And then it was just like, you know what? I don't even feel like sharing my excuse. This ain't for me. And I was only gonna stay for a reason that was outside of me actually doing this job. And this job just isn't for me. I didn't feel right. It was draining. It was draining me physically, emotionally, morally.
And that was the thing. I actually talked to my wife about that. I'm like, boy, and I don't know if we talked about it before, but I'm like, man, I think that'd be an ethical battle I would have to pull.
Yeah, it's and I ain't got no beef with people who do that job.
Right.
I can't do that job.
Really?
Yeah, it's just for me. Oh no, man! Keep saying his Sam's was the one. It was one of the ones that closed.
Yeah, but he did say he got in Walmart.
He got in Walmart, so that's good because like Walmart and all of these companies pulled the okey doke. They got that tax break, and they was like, "Yeah, we gonna break our employees off with this bread," and then like a week or two later, they was like, "Yeah, now we got layoffs." Yes, or like in the case of Sam's, yeah, we gonna close all these stores. All of them.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, dog. So, and I don't even know if mines are being. I hope my Sam's, because they just opened another Sam's down the street, and the one out here by the house is mad convenient. Like, it's the one that I go to all the time. Like when I be sending y'all pictures of the TVs and stuff, like that's the one that is set. And man, I hate that, dog, because Sam's is literally part of our weekly grocery routine. We go to Sam's all the time. But like I said, man, if you here's the thing. Walmart has 4 years been deemed the business that destroys small businesses here in America, right? Because it comes into a town and just takes out all the mom and pop shops in the area, right? And it's rough, man. And I've watched a couple of specials and stuff on them, but like I do wish Keith the best of luck, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's tough. Oh, and I love me some BJ. Yeah, I haven't been to BJ's. What is that? Wholesale warehouse? What we pausing for? Oh, BJ's. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
I will say I used to have a membership with BJ's, and I had it for 2 reasons. One, because there's because Pooh Bear was young, and that was the best place to buy some Pampers.
You right. You absolutely right.
Yeah, best place to buy some Pampers. And 2, they got this cake in their little cake section. Yeah, and it's a normal sheet cake. It's normal sheet cake, bro. And it got a layer of chocolate or strawberry mousse in the middle.
What? Okay. I see how you get down.
It is so good. Like, and it's just frosted and stuff, just like a normal old birthday cake, you know, sheet cake type deal.
Right.
But that mousse though.
That mousse?
Mousse though. Like for real.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Well, hey, man. Well, you know, prayers will be going up for you, man. I hope you find something soon that can align with your, you know, your moral standards.
Yeah, I'm looking into a few things. I don't think for right now I want to go back into storage. But if the company I was working for calls, I'm going back to that because that was good money, and I feel a whole lot better about it. Like, you know, as being in storage, like you feel really bad for like selling people stuff, but like a lot of the people who you sell, they have ample opportunities to do something
about it. Yeah.
But like I really just didn't like handing people money knowing that they weren't going to be able to pay it back.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
And then like a lot of people were coming in, paying off their loans, and then coming back the next day to take out another one.
Man,
yeah, man, because they know they couldn't pay it, and then like in the fees, bruh, the fees are crazy. I take out a loan of $500. I basically got to pay back $630.
Yeah, it's tough, man, because they're considered high risk, man. So the interest rate on those are skyrocketing. They skyrocket simply because of that. And then there's a short turnaround time or term time. So it's just, man.
If you pay every 2 weeks, it's 28 days.
Yeah, so it's like, man, that's rough, man. But all right, Mike, let's get in on what we need to fit in on these games of the year, bro. So let's get in on that. So what were your games of the year? You can start with number 3. And then you want to start?
I do it. I can't remember what my second one was. I had it when we had this conversation originally. But my number 3 is Mass Effect Andromeda.
Really? It's really good, man. I've been playing.
I didn't play a whole lot, but bruh, you know goodness well Chocolate Mousse is my stripper name. Like, come on, dog. Don't try to infringe on my trademark, dog.
Stupid, man. Oh man.
I put on the horns. I mean, I put on the antlers and everything, dog. Like, don't try to move in on my territory, dog. Like, I will come to Detroit. It'll be a problem.
So your first one is so your third one is Mass Effect Andromeda, huh? That's interesting.
Yes, Mass Effect Andromeda, absolutely. It was really going to be second, but I can't remember what my second one was.
All right.
I really can't remember what my second. Oh, my second one is Destiny 2.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Destiny when I was playing it initially, and I don't have a problem with the whole bright engrams thing.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, some of us had.
I enjoy Destiny a lot. I have two and a half characters that are mostly leveled up, and while I was playing, I was having a good stinking time. And you know what? And all of that stuff happened like late. And then I was already pretty much moved on when we started getting to the loot box controversies and all of that. So
word.
So I'm cool. Like, I really liked it. I did not like it enough to buy the DLC yet. But I had planned on buying it for Xbox also.
Mm-hmm.
But I was buying it on Xbox because I game share with Pimp, and I know Pimp was really into Destiny at one point, but he said that he wasn't worried about it, so I guess I won't worry about it
either. Right. Yes, I hear you on that. But I guess backing up a point, Slasher was talking about the payday thing. The payday loans is like, that's how they keep you in a vicious circle, man. With the Payday Advance Americas, like they give you your paycheck early, but man, they kill you on the fees, dude, and then you have to keep borrowing. And yeah, man, I've seen that.
But then they put restrictions on it. I don't know how every state does it, but you can only do a certain amount within a 6-month period, and then you have to wait 90 days.
Really?
So you pay that back, and then you got to wait 90 days. So now this thing you've been depending on, you can't depend on anymore.
Yeah. But I mean, it's bad to have to depend on something like that, man. Like it's just rough. But I know a lot of times a lot of people have no other recourse. But it's tough.
I feel the exact same thing. Heathen, he said Destiny shouldn't be in the loot box controversy because it's all cosmetic. A lot of people say it's all the same. I personally don't, because like I don't need bright engrams. I don't need them.
Like I said, I am not a Destiny guy. I still haven't finished the main story, and I know I need to finish the campaign. But I am not drawn to it in any regard whatsoever. And I'm not playing games for a while, so it's not what's hot in these streets right now. So okay, Mike. Well, I see you. So you had
it sucks you got you're going away for 2 weeks, because I got time.
You crazy, man. And then your number one, of course, is RimWorld. Like, let's be clear.
Yeah, absolutely. I was up to 4. I was up to almost 5 last night or this morning, and I had no idea what time it was because I was so invested in it. Right. I know it's a early access game and is not officially out, but man, that game is everything, and I really want to do a series or something. I'm going to be working on that sometime soon. I'll probably do it the same way that I did I'll probably do the same way I started the series on Prison Architect that no one's gonna watch, but I want to do it for me. I want to do it for the culture, because there's so much in this game. Like there's base building, there's base defense, there's managing personalities, there's RTS elements. Like there's like so much in this that's in this one little game that's made by one dude. So yeah, man, it's really good, and I enjoy it quite a bit. And I want to make videos to open it up for other people that might actually try to give this thing a try.
Okay. Word up.
That'll
work.
I failed on Prison Architect.
Silly man. All right. So those that's a good 3. Here are my 3, all completely different. Number 3, Assassin's Creed Origins. That game is good, brother.
Okay.
It is good. You don't have to worry about sneaking around. You are pretty darn powerful. They took it right. Like I said, I had made the recommendations. They took years off. They went to Egypt, and it is a great setting. It is great lore. It's great storytelling. It's very good history. It is just fun to play. They refine some systems. It looks great. Really good. It's a really good game, and I hadn't finished it.
I saw it I saw a video on YouTube, but I didn't have a chance to watch it. Someone wanted to argue that Origins is not an Assassin's Creed game; it's above it.
Yes, because someone actually wrote an article on. I'm like, why are you writing an article saying this is not your average? No, it is an Assassin's Creed game. It's just they actually took time to break free of the annual formula and do something new with it. Heathen said his number 3 game is Horizon Zero Dawn. We'll get to that. His number 2 is Nier Automata, which I played, and I still haven't finished that thing because I'm at a point now where I come and go from the game.
I'm gonna call it Nier Automata. Nier Automata.
Yeah.
Automata. Like that's that's
exactly. Yeah, that's what I first called it. But I'm at a point now to where I don't remember how to get back to where I need to go. It's on the map. I know where I need to go to continue to progress the story. I just don't remember how to get back to that spot. So I'm in a bad position. And then number 1 is Persona 5, which I still hadn't played because my son is still borrowing my PS4. But when I get it back, I'll get to it. My number 2 is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice by Ninja Theory, man. We talked about that before. I talked about it when it came out. It's really good. Of course, the combat feels good. It's a little bit different in how they've done this game. Just what they want to do with this game. They gave independent and smaller devs the tools and pretty much the template to how to go out and make a AAA game on a AA or a single A budget. That's what they did. They made it to where you could go out and make something real hot for really, really cheap. They used Unreal Engine 4. They went out there and they had their own mocap studio, which I think that's the only thing that really people are running the issues with, because mocap costs a lot of money. Okay, Keith's number 3. His ratings are Horizon Zero Dawn, Yakuza 0, and Hellblade for number 1. And I'm gonna get into some Yakuza.
Oh, he's a PlayStation guy.
Right. Well, you know, keep in mind, Keith is a single player guy, so that's perfect fit, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah. So, and then for me, my number one is Horizon Zero Dawn.
People.
You bogus. Number one is Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is greatness, sir. It is just well done. It's very fun to play. The controls, they take a little bit of getting used to, but that system makes sense. It's simply the best culmination and the best mixture of Assassin's Creed locomotion, Batman environmental awareness, Witcher open world, and Tomb Raider combat styles weaved in with Naughty Dog like cinematics. Like it's just an aggregate of so many different products that many great studios do, that it's just kind of pristine in how it's presented. And for me, that's my jam. Like that is my jam of the year. I still hadn't bought the DLC just because I'm just waiting because I have a lot of other things to play. But I will get that Frozen Wilds DLC.
You good? Ain't nobody about that shit.
You silly man. But
when it came out, nobody on my friends list was playing that jump. Nobody.
Oh, that DLC? Yeah, man, because it came out at a bad time though. It came out at a bad time, dog. It came out at a bad time. So, but that's the thing, man. Horizon Zero Dawn number one, Senua's Sacrifice number two, AC Origins. No, it can't be Drink yet, dog. It's still the same year. And
no. Oh, I'm talking to Heathen.
Oh, okay. It's 2000. Yep. Yeah, man. Bogus. Yeah. You know what? You're right. You're right. But I did see that. You know, I think you fired that thing up on PC. Did you not?
Kingdoms of Amalur?
Yeah, you fired it up not too long ago.
I downloaded it. I have not played it.
Okay. Yeah,
but I've been playing a lot on PC. I have not touched my consoles for games in a little bit.
Right, right, and this is going to be that way for a while. It's going to be.
We played some Killing Floor 2, and I played with a new crew. I played with the Geeks for the Win, and then Knox came in, and we had an absolute blast. Like Killing Floor 2 is so good, but I wouldn't spend $40 on it like it is on the Xbox because it came out on the Xbox late. But if you can catch Killing Floor 2 on sale, all my PlayStation people already got it. If you have PlayStation Plus, play that. Get some friends together and just have some fun because that is a fun game. So I've been playing that.
Okay.
I finally started Saints Row 2 because I've been really wanting to play some Saints Row 2. I bought a PC version and I started it already. I will say this: it does have controller support, but all of the button prompts are the keyboard button prompts.
I'm at the keyboard. Yeah, that sucks.
And so, like, even though you're playing with the keyboard, it says press E to open this door. I don't know which button E is, so I'm just pressing buttons, shooting random people by accident. Like, it's a little bad. But I heard that if there's a mod that you can add that makes it more playable, and it also adds those button prompts. So that would be great for your boy.
Cool.
And then I tried to play the one of the mods for the first Killing Floor, and then I realized, and then I went to the first Killing Floor, and it does not have controller support, and I'm like, nope, I'm out.
Okay, word up. Oh, I will say, so now that you talk about things you were playing, I forgot to mention, dog. So Dragon Ball FighterZ had its online beta this weekend. And I started playing that, man. Of course, I went online and I got my tail whooped. But I actually got better with each match. So it's good, man. It's good, dog. That game is going to be legit. Here's the thing. I hate games that are set up to where it's the whole game, the whole area where you come in and sit down, it's basically a lobby. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted this to be. Like with Street Fighter 4, you had a front end, you can navigate around and do other things before you got into a lobby. This is just the whole game universe is a lobby. You can go do practice from the lobby, you can go do other things from the lobby, and I'm like, woo, what if my gaming connection is down? What if they servers are down? Like, son, I ain't gonna have a chance to even go do practice. So I really hope they do something about that. You know, and it's a beta. and I'm not showing anything on it, but that's the thing. I mean, it's a fighting game, and it is set up to be a fighter's fighting game. But I'm still kind of interested because it looks phenomenal. It does, and it plays really well. So, but that's all I have for everyone. Mike, you got anything else? Otherwise, we can get up out of here, bruh.
No, I ain't got nothing else. I mean, there's stuff I could talk about, but it's just gonna make the show that much longer. So just shout out to the people, man.
Right. Okay. Word up. Word up. Well, yeah, man. Well, shout out to everybody who joined us this evening, man. We really appreciate it. I got everybody down here. Chase, my boy Slasher, Mark and Keith. And then peripheral shout outs to Meef J, Darren, Joni, Leonard, Aaron, Kaylee. Man, we had so many people. Let's see, my boy Kato, who I think you also met when we were out there in Virginia. And yeah, man, actually we had 2 Aarons there, man. We had a lot of people there on Friday evening. It was fun. It was fun, and shout out to my boy, Jake, who drove me home, man. That's what was up, man. But really appreciate it.
Also, a special shout out to we shouted out Meef early in the show, but shout out to the homie AZ Rock Slide because he has some like back to back deaths in the family, and like I know that stuff like it really that stuff really hits you hard, and I hope that through it all your family can find some peace and y'all can get through it okay, because I've had that happen. I had my aunt die and then my grandma died two months later.
Yeah.
And yours was closer than that. So like I could barely deal with those 2 deaths 2 months apart. I don't know how I would do if it's days or like a week apart.
Right. I mean, along those regards, Will as well, he's had some, he's had, some family members with health issues and things like that, man. So
right. I told him that his whole family, they need to get together and they need to burn some sage or something because like they need a cleansing. Like somebody in the family did something wrong. Like they messed with the chick from Thinner or something. Like, bro, it's not even.
Right. And then and also, man, shout out to my boy Knox, man. He's dealt with three deaths in the last like 2 weeks, man. So bruh, it's just, man, it's rough, man. So I mean, if you know some people out there,
but his commentary on it, his private commentary on it is more like what than all.
Yeah. It's but and the thing is, Knox is preaching all of these, you know what I mean? So so if you know someone they going through it, man, just reach out to them, let them know you care, let them know you're thinking about them, you're praying about them and stuff, man.
Word. Do what you do. If you pray, if you just send positive vibes to your people, man. Or if you do spirit fingers, do the spirit fingers for your people, because like there's a lot of people who need it right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so just do that for the people, do that for the cause, do that for the community, do it for us.
Right, and do it for them. And with that, thank you everybody for listening to.
No, I think we all need it. So, but some of them need it more than others. But I think we all need a little something.
We do, absolutely. Yeah. So everybody, thanks for listening to Facetious 105. We'll be back in your ears and in front of your eyeballs again next week. Peace out to the Warriors, y'all.
Peace out to the Warriors.